Hello and welcome to Kump.
Hello.
Kump.
Kump.
Not Biden. Right? We have a show. I don't know how many of you watch. Some of you listen. But I feel like our look has been ripped off. Stolen in the night like the Lindbergh baby. By a very prominent man. A man elected. A man wounded in the head. With many years of age and questionable ethics. Mr. Joe Biden has stolen from me and my kin.
These looks are very similar.
He is, look, obviously, and it goes without saying, it's not surprising, Joe Biden's a fan of Kump. Which doesn't mean Kump's a fan of Joe Biden, per se.
He listens.
He listens. He has people, at the very least, listen to our show. I know this for a fact.
Yeah.
I know this to be true. I'm not speaking out of school here. And I'm not even that impressed, all right? We're not the only podcast that he listens to and keeps track of. But I know for a fact that Biden knows about Gun Hand, knows about the Wine Princess bitch, knows about, what else do we have as things we say?
Knows about a numb butter.
Numb butter. He's aware of all these things.
He's sneaking peeks.
He's trying at every. I have a feeling he wanted to use numb butter for the campaign, but then his advisor said, "What are you talking about? This podcast you listen to is a couple of lunatics. No. There's no practical purpose of putting a numbing agent onto a bleacher during a speech. People aren't going to leave. You're the president of the United States." Like I said, he wasn't. But still, he wanted to put numb butter on the bleachers during the convention.
Yeah.
The Democratic convention.
Next thing you know, he's going to be wheeling out a chocolate duck at Thanksgiving.
He's going to come to the funeral of a great head of state, perhaps a king, perhaps a president of a different country, and present the grieving wife with a Kump's original chocolate duck. If you don't get that reference, you have to check out our Patreon.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to gatekeep here, but I can't keep track of what's in one part, what's in another. Sometimes they're going to reference the paid thing. And it's not there to make you feel like the other. All right? But yes, so is this speech, Joe Biden is giving a speech.
Yes.
Is this speech, and we'll get to how he's ripped us off. You'll see it immediately if you don't already know. It's aesthetic, which some people are questioning. I'm only questioning his rightful use of it. Not so much, But
well, I suspect
some people are saying it's a little not it. This ain't it.
I think that people who hate MAGA people think
Let's not get to the
think it's a great success.
Let's not tease. We're gonna tease what this is about.
Look, I kind of, part of me actually wonders if in listening to Kump, which he definitely does.
Of course, and we know for a fact he does.
President Biden maybe heard you talking about how much better he was when he was talking about buying shotguns and stuff.
True.
And decided to ramp up the rhetoric a little bit.
I mean, all right. Well, but let's bring up this speech. Because you make a point, and I'm going to refute it immediately through no fault of yours. Just I think you have rose-colored glasses about Biden because you haven't listened to him in the past 2 minutes. You slightly forget what he sounds like.
Fair enough. All right, here we go.
I mean, first of all, this looks fake. You can play the thing. They're walking up. Yeah. I don't know where they are. There's bricks. Independence Hall, I guess.
Is this the Tomb of the Lost Soldier?
No, that's in Arlington, unfortunately. I would love to have him speak. This doesn't look... I mean, I know it might be a lighting issue.
The unknown soldier, I mean.
Yeah.
He's not lost.
Well, his identity is lost to time. This looks this looks like they were like in a bunker. And
Jill needs to get with the fucking program, first of all. This light springy jacket does not go with this intense color scheme that somebody obviously worked very hard on.
What do you want her to wear? You want her to wear like bondage clips?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that's too much to ask.
No, I just said something and I can't back it up. What is a bondage clip?
I don't know. I don't think those actually exist, to be honest. Are you talking about the nipple clamps?
No, just I imagine when you're a bondage person, there's just clips that like make certain things. I don't know. I'm being very intuitive, I feel like, and I imagine when you're into bondage and you do the whole like I show up to the supermarket with a dildo on my ass. There's probably clips that hold the underwear back from the dildo, whatever. You know, I'm not making. I don't know how this works.
I think there are maybe safety pins involved or something.
Well, I'm saying, look, if I was a person who did that, I wouldn't want safety pins in my ass. You know, we should maybe start marketing to these people because who's gonna whatever.
But yeah, you know who could dress
What
up?
should she dress like?
Honestly, yes. Melania could probably dress up for a color scheme like this.
Melania.
She would pick, you know.
Oh, the last first lady.
Yeah. She would pick something dark.
Why don't you say First Lady Trump or you just call her. You just
Who
call
says
her
First
Melania.
Lady anything anymore?
I don't know. It's a good point.
First Lady Michelle.
I want you to put a little respect on Melania Trump's name. All right, don't be getting fresh.
I'm paying her a compliment. I'm saying that she would be dressed for the occasion here. She would be in bold like black and red lines.
She'd be dressed as Baphomet, which would look appropriate in this background. But sure. All right, so Jill's just wearing like a jean jacket, like Cameron Esposito or something.
Yeah, no, that's nonsense.
All right, they're give him a little kiss. This is so weird.
My fellow Americans.
Oh, God. I mean, this is going to be
Why?
one of the most, like, important speech. Like, not that important, but, like, this seems unprecedented, this speech.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I mean, they're likening it to something FDR did, but that's still a while ago, right? It's a forceful refutation, I guess, of what he thinks is, you know, MAGA Republicanism. And it just starts out, hi.
It feels intentional at this point, honestly.
Right.
You were walking up that long hallway, just not coughing at all, and then the second you get to the podium, you're coughing all over the place.
Right. What was that? Is that your Quiznos pizza is ready?
I don't know what that is.
All right, go ahead, please.
Take it.
If you have a seat, take it.
I speak to you tonight from
Stop
sacred
it.
ground in
This
America.
is so I wanted to get right into it because you made a claim, you made a gambit. You said that he was somehow emulating what I said was like, when he was talking about buying a shotgun, like you don't need an assault rifle, just get a double barrel shotgun, and you give it to your wife and she shoots a warning shot, they run away.
Yeah.
No one needs that, and like I'm not saying he's right. But it came from a place of like I got a shotgun, right?
Yeah.
It was the best thing I ever saw a liberal say about guns. It was like you don't need an assault, just get a shot, shoot him with a shotgun.
Yeah.
It's the least bleeding heart, gun control thing I've heard.
Right.
Which was impressive. I feel like that was his strength. This is what.
Yeah, there's a place for like tough, I don't know.
Yeah.
Being a Democrat, but tough.
Not like
guns.
like much like Ron Silver. Is it Ron Silver in The West Wing? Bruno Gianelli. He's like, I'm sick of sitting in that corner and saying, "Please don't hit me."
Sure.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But this is not what I was talking about. Coming up there and call. I mean, do you think it's like an alpha move, like almost like a pickup artist to cough? As soon as you start talking to someone,
Yeah, he's negging the country.
he's negging us.
I think I saw a couple of minutes from, I don't want to give anything away, but from further down the line in the speech,
Right.
where he's not quite like this. So I guess.
Did you watch the whole thing?
No, just clips.
Oh, I
of
watched
it.
it. Yeah, okay.
But I don't know. Maybe I guess Biden has this thing where he needs to ramp up. Like he'll just start off really sickly, and then maybe by the time he's 10 minutes in, the meds start to kick in.
Maybe. I mean, maybe is he like one of those? I'm not even sure what you call that, but like a polonium switch, where like there's like fluids and like there's fluid. Like they literally give him injections of like little metal balls that have like chemicals in them, like stuff that like hasn't existed for 100 years. He sleeps in an iron lung. Yeah, he sleeps in like something out of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. like just bellows, just
Right.
bellows all over the Oval Office,
Hooked
just
up to tubes.
pumping air
Yeah.
into him constantly.
Right. He sleeps in that bed from that new Cronenberg movie.
Yeah, where he's just he's injecting himself with new or fake organs.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's Cronenberg. We're not gonna get into it.
They take some organs out. They put some organs in.
It's interesting because it's weird.
Yeah.
Go watch that movie. We don't know the name of it. Anyway, Biden is like a Cronenberg character. So go on.
Independence Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is where America made its Declaration of Independence to the world more than 2 centuries ago with an idea unique among nations. That in America, we're all created equal. This is where the United States Constitution was written and debated.
Well, we're all created equal. You know, he's
Yeah.
like he speaks like Tobias from Arrested Development. And he's the last guy you ever want to see in that dark alley.
This is where we set in motion the most extraordinary experiment of self-government the world has ever known. With 3 simple words: we the people. We the people.
Well, there are more words than that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the least powerful statement in the we the people.
That's not a complete sentence.
When you say that, I mean, it's a weird thing to emphasize. I mean, we're not trying to nitpick there's a lot more nitpick in a minute, substantive thing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like this is, when you watch The West Wing, again, the West Wing reference, but I mean, and you hear Martin Sheen just saying these lines like, the streets of heaven are
too crowded with angels tonight.
yeah, stuff like that. He says
Yeah.
nice stuff. Biden is just sitting there going like, well, what did he just say? What was I referencing?
These 2 documents.
Oh, right, yeah.
We the people.
We the people. Like when you say like we the people, well, like that, you never emphasize that. That's not the cool part of the sentence.
Right, yeah.
Hey, you know what's great about this speech? It's just we the people. We the people. We the people say we're about to say something. We the people. It doesn't even have any gravitas. His speech is dog shit.
The ideas they embody, equality and democracy, are the rock upon which this nation is built. They're how we became the greatest nation on earth. They're why,
I mean,
for more than 2 centuries,
it just doesn't seem like if you're about to give a speech about how we're on the brink of falling into like fascism, wherever he's gonna make the point of.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to say it's about like you might this whole is America the best country in the world? I don't. It's a child's question,
Right.
and so but especially now you don't need to be saying that. Hey, this is the best country on earth, and it's now about to be run by Nazis. Please help me. I'm a feeble man. I am the last American president. It's the greatest country on earth. It's like it seems a little bit incongruent. The barbarians are at the gate. No one can stop us. This buffoon. Why do you wait so long to win?
Honestly, the vibe of this speech feels like they like MAGA Republicans just executed Nancy Pelosi, and they're trying to like show like one final like maybe we can do a little show of strength,
Right.
like just to maybe like preserve a little bit of our image, like we're not all just being executed left and right.
It's the darkest hour. But Delaware still holds. They haven't taken Delaware yet. So democracy is not dead. I'm Joe Biden.
Honestly, like the whole, it's not so much, I don't even think that the speech as a whole ends up being so bad. It's just like the fact that it's happening makes me feel like something horrible is happening.
Right. Look,
now.
here's the thing.
Like,
We didn't get to what. I mean, I guess people by now know what's in it for the most part.
right, yeah.
We're like, I'm teasing a 2-day-old speech.
Yeah.
But the thing, my thing is, all right, so I'm only judging it on like, all right, I see what you're trying to do. How does it work on that level?
Sure.
Right? Like, I'm not, it's a different question of whether it's a good speech or well, not so much of a good, but or if it's like a good idea to do this speech. If it's even if you or if I kind of agree with you, is this tactically correct? Mm-hmm. You know, like all these questions, which we'll get to in a minute. But as far as delivery and presence and gravitas, no, this is kind of like a guy, the accountant coming out. Like, remember isn't there like an accountant in Butch and Sundance? Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid? And he's like, I work for the bank, hello! Like, that's how Biden feels. Biden has come out of like his little cave closet and going like, we have a problem here. We got a problem here. Help me. There's MAGAs everywhere. MAGAs. Go on.
And a beacon to the world. But as I stand here tonight, equality and democracy are under assault. We do ourselves no favor to pretend otherwise. So tonight, I've come to this place where it all began to speak as plainly as I can to the nation about.
I mean, is this? I don't know if when we had the visual up. This is the visual. I mean, he's ripping us off.
Who's ripping us off?
Biden with this look.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no.
No, I'm saying look at the red, and there's people in the background. He looks like he's fucking what's his name? Skeletor.
Yeah.
Skeletor with skin.
Instead of Batman figures, he has two.
The Marines are his Batman. No, honestly, this is like no one else does red but us. I mean, I guess people are saying it looked kind of like a Nazi aesthetic. So I mean, that's not the best idea. You know, unfortunately, he's either ripping off the Nazis or us.
I mean, I don't think that the Nazis were known for like red schemes.
They can't just take red. I know they killed a lot of people, but they don't get to keep red.
Did they even do red?
Yes.
I feel like they were more into like
the swastika flag is red.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it is red.
It's famously red.
It's notoriously red.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go on.
Threats we face, about the power we have in our own hands to meet these threats, and about the incredible future that lies in front of us if only we choose it.
What is he talking?
We must never forget, we the people are the true heirs of the American experiment that began more than 2 centuries ago.
Does he have hecklers there?
Yes.
We the people have burning inside of each of us
Well,
a flame of liberty that was lit here at Independence Hall. A flame.
Was there a flame?
Our way through
There
abolition.
was a bell, wasn't there?
The Civil War.
I think he's. I think it's a figurative flame.
All right, but there's no famous flame. There's a famous bell. He should have said the ring of liberty, like the bell that broke at Liberty Hall.
You're right.
Independence Hall, whatever.
The appropriate symbol is always the available object.
You know, we're in
As
Philadelphia.
Hemingway said.
We got liberty. We got cheese, the steaks, the cheese, and the steaks of cheese. Liberty. In Independence Hall.
No, yeah, you're right. Because also, like the bell, the chime of liberty, I feel like that's more of a thing than the flame of liberty.
No, the flame is like at Kennedy's grave. We have an eternal flame, and the Olympics. It's very pagan. You know, this video kind of looks pagan.
Yeah, a little bit.
It looks kind of like Macbeth or something.
Look, yeah, it definitely feels. It feels like this is what they were going for. But look, I don't necessarily mind it. Other than that, it's a ripoff of us. I don't really mind it. Like, it's like, you know, it's intense.
Yeah, I mean, it looks kind of like he's telling us he's about to, like, you know, remove a gender from like, you know, from society or something. No more of this gender or that, whatever. I'm not gonna pick one.
No more NEMs.
Yeah. You know, it looks like he's about to invade some duchy. Right? Like some fucking he's gonna invade like Liechtenstein.
Yeah.
Is Liechtenstein a duchy? What is a duchy?
What is a duchy?
I don't know. I'm all over the place today. It's a wild ride.
You're a crazy man.
The Great Depression, World Wars, Civil Rights,
Well, now you're just saying
That
things.
sacred flame still burns. Now in our time, as we build an America that is more prosperous, free, and just, that is the work of my presidency, a mission I believe in with my whole soul. But first,
My whole. Is this supposed to be like a Labor Day speech? I don't understand. We got Labor Day coming up. Like, what is the prompt for this?
Right, it's that's why it's so kind of jarring.
Right.
It's regardless of what your reaction to it is, like
Yeah.
politically, it's like it's jarring because it kind of comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. This doesn't look. This is not a
Other
great
than
look.
that, you know, Trump is being except for the DOJ investigation.
Well, sure, but I mean, look, that is what it is. I mean, this seems like it's playing directly into the hands of people who are questioning that. I mean, like people who go like, "Oh, this investigation is just partisan and what blah 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 whatever."
Yeah.
And it's just you're politicizing the FBI, and now you come out with like people flanked by Marines, looking like you're giving a speech from hell, literally the gates of hell,
Yeah.
or Mordor, and you're gonna warn us about the MAGA Republicans.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Look, I've been saying, you've heard me say before that it's like I think they should just let Trump go, even if he did break the law. But like,
Yeah, sure, because
but-
you love Trump.
No, I guess I love him. You know, just because I don't know, I can see the merit of just. Honestly, I can see the merit of just never sending a president to jail.
Yeah,
Like,
look, I
but-
mean,
but-
we've already let them like blow up countries and not go to jail. So like,
Yeah.
I guess like, what's the worst that can happen? They blow up another country. I don't know.
I don't know. But that being said, you know, I don't necessarily think this is like inappropriate. Like, you know, the January 6th thing was pretty bad. They did.
Well, look, I'm saying, I think it's. I'm not even saying inappropriate. I'm saying if you agree with him, it's tactically bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I think that like if you didn't like doing this while the investigation and not addressing the investigation,
Right.
You know what I mean? But just act like it just seems bizarre to me.
It is bizarre. Yeah, I'm up in the air on this.
Right.
On whether it's
We'll get
good.
to the meat soon.
and with ourselves. Too much of what's happening in our country today is not normal. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans.
They them.
represented-
Who?
It would be great if this whole speech just ended up being about pronouns.
Right. But what is air? Air wants the I don't is that how you pronounce it? EIR?
EIR, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
And then there's NIM and
Oh,
I don't
NIM?
know. There's all kinds of things, but
Yeah. I don't understand. Well, I used to be boys and girls and cats and dogs.
one person can't be a them.
It's plural. He's just giving like the most basic, like the arguments everyone made like 8 years ago. But how can you be a singular they? It's not normal.
he slowly transforms into Jordan Peterson.
This is about compelled speech, which is never in the history of English common law has never been allowed. Compelled speech.
It's chaos.
It's unbelievable suffering. Anyway, go on.
Anyway.
extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic. Now, I want to be very clear up front.
Where is he? Oh, he's independent. I keep forgetting he's
Not
at
every
Independence
Republican,
Hall.
Not even
Yeah.
the majority of Republicans are MAGA Republicans. Not every Republican embraces their extreme ideology. I know, because I've been able to work with these mainstream Republicans.
Okay, so he said it fine. Are we just going to officially call people MAGA Republicans now? As if that's like, I understand, but like, it just seems odd that like the president of the United States is giving a speech telecast from hell
Yeah.
to warn us of the perils of an organization, of a group of people named after a slogan on a hat. I mean, I know there's more to it, but I mean, at the end of the day, no one thought this was like, I mean, what are we going to call these people? Like Trumpians or this, you know, or fascists or they're just spitballing around. I guess we'll just call them MAGAs. It just seems odd.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I feel like this is a very intentional like lie that he's telling, you know, like where it's, he knows that a lot of mainstream Republicans like supported Trump during his presidency.
Oh, sure. No, he's trying to like,
he's trying to create infighting.
He's trying to like, I don't know, create some kind of weird olive branch and shame people. Go, no, the good Republicans will, I don't know, vanquish the MAGAs.
He's trying to signal the mainstream Republicans that like, hey, you're going to get more cooperation from me if you shut down these other people in your party, which isn't like the worst move,
I guess.
But,
so it's like, so I'll outlaw abortion and I'll give billionaires tax cuts if you just don't be MAGAs.
Right.
Like it's still, I mean, I don't know what's the difference anymore. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm not sure to what aim any of it is.
Every kid gets a gun as long as you disavow Trump.
It also seems like, you know, Republicans like Lindsey Graham have been like so willing to go down this like insane rabbit hole that it's like this speech is going to be what pulls them back from that. Like,
no, I mean, everyone was just like, I mean, immediately you see on Twitter, it's just like the fact he's using, look, I'm not, it always starts out like, look, I'm not some Republican, but I don't think any president should be using Marines in a speech. And it's like, whatever.
Wait, what?
I mean, he's giving, like, I guess, a political speech in front of Marines, which you don't usually do, I guess. Who cares? The Marines are sacred.
Yeah, really.
You don't play politics of a man who uses the bottom of his knife to crush a baby's skull because he thought it was a sniper.
No, these are pious warrior priests. We can't expose them to...
They're Jedi Knights.
Yeah.
But there's no question that the Republican Party today is dominated, driven, and intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans.
It just sounds so dumb.
And that is a threat to this country. These are hard things. But I'm an American president.
I'm not the American president. I'm an American president. I'm an American president. That's what he just said.
I'm one of them.
I'm an American president.
I technically have been president.
I'm a parent. I'm one of your parents. I mean, it's just, is that the craziest thing a president's ever said? I'm an American president. What the hell does that mean? I'm the American. I'm the president.
Right.
This is the least. I mean, I'm not comforted by big strong daddies, but if I was, this wouldn't work. Because he's just anyway.
Of red America, blue America, but of all America. And I believe it's my duty to level with you, to tell the truth, no matter how difficult.
It is for me to speak.
And here, in my view, is what is true. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election. And they're working right now, as I speak, in state after state, to give power to decide elections in America to partisans and cronies.
Like this is, I think this is the clip that I saw. Like it's ramping up a little bit here.
Well, no, that's the crux of his speech, is that the MAGA Republicans are an existential threat, I guess. I think it's an odd. I mean, I would have preferred that he go after, you know, I don't think the MAGAs are necessarily the worst of the Republicans. I think he should have given a speech about the YOLO Republicans.
Who are the YOLO Republicans?
They're just out there drinking frozen yogurt smoothies, dancing to techno at the drop of a hat. And they'll party, and they love drag queens. YOLO.
Yeah.
YOLO. I don't know.
You mean like that Madison Cawthorn guy or whatever?
Yes, the guy in the wheelchair who went to the Eagle's Nest in Germany, Hitler's old house. That guy's a YOLO Republican.
Yeah, no, I look, I think definitely raving at the Eagles Nest.
YOLO. MAGA. I mean, he can't look. Every time he says MAGA, I wince. I mean, he didn't make the word up, but it sounds like he made it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like it feels like a little, almost like a dated label at this point.
Right.
It's like you know, it's like at this point, if you're going to do this whole thing and there's going to be red lights in the background and stuff, just call them fascists.
Yes.
Like, just say.
Yeah. He should have come out here and go, look, this is Hitler. This is Hitler shit. You know what I mean? Remember we fought Nazis? That's who they are. I mean, you have just as much of a chance of convincing them.
Yeah.
If you know, no one agrees. No one's convincing anyone anymore. Like, I feel like this speech is being given to like moderate Republicans, and there's not moderate anyone anymore. Is there anything weirder than like centrist now?
Yeah. I mean, oh yeah, those people are always.
I mean, I'm a centrist, but like, yeah, but no one cares. You know, I got to go out there and pretend to be blow, you know, be a pyromaniac or something. Pretend to be what's my political designation that I need to have?
I mean, what is it?
I don't want to say I should be a terrorist, but I mean, like, I'm just saying, how do you even get attention anymore? You can't be a centrist. You can't be like the wisecracking guy going like, hey, you know, these guys, but both of these sides are like Jay Leno or something.
Can you still be a maverick?
I can still be a maverick, perhaps.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is like...
No, but like centrist, anybody... I mean, anytime like the media finds like one or two like undecided voters to trot out, it's like they're always the weirdest people on earth.
Oh, like Kristen Cinnamon?
Yeah.
with their weird whore boots? So I don't know who the speech is being given to, but did they get crazier? It just kind of rambles on for a while, but play another couple minutes.
Yeah.
Empowering.
This is the meat of it, so we can stop after this.
Yeah.
Election deniers to undermine democracy itself. MAGA forces are determined
MAGA
to
forces.
take this country backwards to an America where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception, no right to marry who you love. They promote authoritarian leaders and they fan the flames of political violence that are a threat to our personal rights, to the pursuit of justice, to the rule of law, to the very soul of this country.
Are the Marines there to make him look strong?
They look at the mob that stormed the United States Capitol on
I
January 6th.
don't know. Unless they were just
Brutally
there.
attacking law enforcement.
I mean, do they use Marines for security at these things? Like,
Well, I mean, those are the guys who are outside the Oval Office, I think, right?
oh, are they?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or outside the White House, the Marine Guards, whatever. Does he go on?
They had a nice symmetry to the,
Sure. Use them as props.
I guess.
Not as insurrectionists who placed a dagger at the throat of our democracy, but they look at them as patriots. And they see their MAGA failure to stop a peaceful transfer of power after the 2020 election.
Wait, did he just say? And they see their MAGA failure.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck is he talking about?
And they come out in their with their MAGA beards.
These MAGA boys see them have these MAGA plans, but then they see the MAGA failure, and they have to get in their MAGA mobile.
And God forbid they should have another MAGA victory. And
you know, I was a kid. We used to, after church every Sunday, my pop would take us to McDonald's, and he'd buy us some chicken MAGA nuggets. Oh, those were nice days. And he'd point to I don't know. He'd hit me. Go on.
As preparation for the 2022 and 2024 elections. They tried everything last time to nullify the votes of 81 million people.
it was weirdly well pronounced.
I mean, this is
It's always
honestly.
weird when he pronounces a word really.
What do you say? What do you say
loosely.
correctly? 81. What is like? Yeah, honestly, it's getting worse and worse as it goes on. The fact that it's unprompted, because like you should have done this after the January 6th hearings were commenced, or were finished, or there needed to be something.
Yeah.
There need to be some kind of conviction, some kind of revelation.
Or just say why you're doing it now. Like,
Or
why
doing
is it,
what? Do speech,
tell us they have Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
Like,
Nancy Pelosi has been inside the. Where would they keep her? I'm trying to think of a fun.
I don't know. She's just like
giant hamster wheel. She's inside of a giant hamster wheel.
Yeah. In Rudy Giuliani's basement.
Yeah. And I don't know. Like it just seems so crazy. This is like something like a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
I mean, what is his actual like? What are we taking away from this?
This is the kind of thing they would show at the beginning of a Michael Bay movie, and you're like, "Why is this happening?" And then it's just like, "Here's a helicopter."
Yeah.
before you can ask too many questions.
What is our takeaway from this speech? Like I watched the whole thing. It just seems like he's like, "Hey, just so you know, there's this thing called MAGA out there." Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
we know, Joe. What's your plan?
Right, he was president for 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, what's your plan? So here's the deal. We got there's a lot. Here's my plan. The good Republicans don't let the MAGAs be Republican anymore. Kick them out. Like it's not even like if you are a moderate Republican, you don't have like an option. There's this thing called primaries,
right?
You know, and like these like moderate Republicans are losing to like, you know, quote unquote MAGA people, I guess. Mm-hmm. Joe Biden's just sitting there going like, you know, I used to like jelly donuts, nice.
They're determined to succeed in thwarting the will of the people.
Let's go back.
That's why respected conservatives like Federal Circuit Court Judge Michael Ludwig
Who
has called Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans, quote, a clear and present danger to our democracy.
First of all, kudos on the Tom Clancy reference. Second of all, you know, clear and present danger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second of all, who the hell is this judge he's talking? Like he had to go with some circuit court judge to find any Republican who would let him quote him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, this mailman who I know, who happens to be a Republican, he thinks Trump's a problem. Circuit court judge? Like, what? I mean, that's the judge that, like, signed the search warrant or something?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Why is this, who is this judge?
But while the threat to American democracy is real,
I
want to say as clearly as we can, we are not powerless in the face of these threats. We are not bystanders in this ongoing attack on democracy. There are far more Americans from every background and belief who reject the extreme MAGA ideology than those that accept it.
You know, no one's ever called themselves a MAGA. Right? So we're a MAGA hat. I don't think they ever like say we're the MAGA guys. We're MAGA boys.
Yeah, I don't even think they tended to like chant "Make America Great Again."
Right.
I think they tended to chant worse things. Honestly,
is this in reference to Sydney Sweeney's mom? This whole speech. This whole speech is just there because Sydney, you know, you can't make light of make America great. You can't say make 40 great. What does this make 60 great again? Is that what she did?
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney, if you're not familiar, is some prostitute on Entourage.
She's a young actress on the show Euphoria.
Euphoria. I'm sorry. And her mother had a birthday party last weekend, I believe, and they had MAGA style hats that say make America make 60 great again.
Yeah, real hack shit.
And Joe Biden thought that was like, this is it. They've infiltrated the Entourage show that I love so much. Yeah. Vinny Chase. Like, no, it's the other show. It's Euphoria. Oh, Vinny, is Johnny Drama a MAGA? Oh, Johnny Drama. Is he? I love Johnny Drama.
And this slag. Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
With her sloppy tits.
You know how he like speeds up something like he'll be like, people like, Sydney Sweeney. She's MAGA. It's a hooker. Anyway.
Throwing her mother a MAGA-themed birthday party.
Right. Country music.
It's horrible.
Weren't they wearing like country, like Western outfits? Yeah.
I'm still not clear on whether they're actually a family of Republicans or if they were doing some kind of, if they were using Republicans as a theme.
Right.
But I guess that would be pretty edgy.
Yeah, I don't think most. It's weird because like there used to be more crazy people out there, like eccentric people. But I feel like the only eccentric people would be like like they might be light Republicans. They may not be that into the MAGA thing, but they're like, you know, they live in Orange County, perhaps.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and then I don't see like I don't see Sean Penn doing that.
Right.
Or Susan Sarandon.
Sure.
It's a fun goof. You know?
But
Susan
Sarandon might do like
MAGA panties. Make my pussy great again.
Susan Sarandon or Sean Penn might do like you know, like a Mao themed birthday party.
Oh yeah, where they execute like Uyghurs at the party. Like actually, sure. No, for sure. I mean, like that 100%.
Yeah.
You know, there's just a bunch of. I mean, are we allowed to talk about Uyghurs before, or we get removed from YouTube for that?
I mean, look, if we're gonna get removed from YouTube,
I hope not. I hope not. I mean, that'd be pretty crazy.
that would be pretty bad.
But I mean, I wouldn't put it past. We love YouTube. Okay.
Anyway.
Shout out to the Uyghur Muslims. We much love.
Yeah.
Much respect.
It's within our power. It's in our hands, yours and mine, to stop the assault on American democracy. I believe America is at an inflection point. One of those moments that determine the shape of everything that's to come after. And now, America must choose to move forward or to move backwards.
How?
To build a future,
How?
obsess about
Joe,
the past.
how do we do that? We voted. we voted you in. You got elected. What do you want from us?
I guess this is. Oh, okay. I guess it's midterms, right? This is about the midterms.
This is the intro to the midterm season?
Maybe.
I mean, it's what September 1st? It was September 1st when he gave his speech. So it's like 2 months to the midterm elections.
Yeah.
This is his like big like primetime announcement. Like, well, we're getting strapping. This midterm has themed. I don't know. It's a MAGA theme. It's like it just doesn't make any sense. I don't remember ever like having a midterm election be like prefaced by like some like weird like foreboding speech.
Yeah. But yeah, look, it's certainly one strategy to try and, I guess, you know, they're trying to look. A lot of the kinds of Democrats who do reliably vote really hate MAGA people. So I guess it riles them up.
I don't know who MAGA people are. I don't know who they are.
Like like the most, I guess. Well, I mean, look, it's a dumb phrasing for them either way, but it's like I think just like the most virulent like Trump supporters.
Okay.
Like
it doesn't seem like a strong litmus test. I mean,
right.
Are you MAGA? Well, kind of. I mean, Trump's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It was great. Remember that thing?
Okay, look, no, honestly, if thinking Trump's kind of funny makes you MAGA, then then I'm in trouble.
Remember that thing when he brought those old Bill Clinton's rape victims to the debate? That was pretty good. And like, well, you're MAGA.
Yeah.
All right.
He should have said something like that up front, just going like, okay, look, I'm not talking about mainstream Republicans, and I'm not talking about everyone who thought Donald Trump was kind of funny.
Yeah, well, he should have let. I mean, if he was able to like formulate a sentence,
right?
He should have said something to the effect of like, "Look, I mean, I'm not gonna vote for Republican, but when he did that stunt where he brought the rape victims to Hillary's to the debate, see, that was gold. That was great. I mean, I was like, that's a fresh perspective on politics.
His impression of Mike Bloomberg, gold.
Amazing. When he's like, "Oh, get me out of here." I cackled. I pissed my pants a little bit. But this whole Sydney Sweeney thing,
right?
This ain't it. Her mom's got to go.
To be a nation of hope and unity and optimism, or a nation of fear, division, and of darkness. MAGA Republicans have made their choice.
It sounds like he's saying MAGA republics. Like
MAGA Republicans made their choice. MAGA Republicans, magpie. What is that?
The magpies have made their choice.
What is that?
He should.
Wait, what does that word mean?
Magpie is like
It's not racist, right?
Let's make sure it's not. I'm pretty sure. I remember hearing about it in an old cartoon once, which
it's a
probably
bird.
means it is racist. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a bird. Maybe that would be kind of old timey and cute if if Biden and the Democrats started calling MAGA Republicans magpies.
Let's not keep saying it just in case it's racist. We can definitely say now we don't think it is, but if we keep saying it, then people are going to say, well, yeah, but you said it for 10 more minutes. I mean, we don't actually know what these birds do anyway, so what's the difference? I mean, look, you thought it might have been a term used for X, Y, and Z, and you speculated on that for half an hour, saying the word 66 times.
Anger. They thrive on chaos. They live not in the light of truth, but in the shadow of lies. But together we can choose a different path. We can choose a better path. Forward to the future. A future of possibility, a future to build and dream and hope. And we're on that path moving ahead. I know this nation. I know you, the American people. I know your courage. I know your hearts. And I know our history. This is a nation that honors our Constitution. We do not reject it. This is a nation that
getting
believes
boring.
in the rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's enough. I mean, it goes on forever. Like,
Yeah.
it's another half an hour. I mean, I listened to it today while I was playing Call of Duty, and I listened to the first chunk attentively, and then it just kind of he just kept going forever.
Yeah.
What is your takeaway as someone who once voted for Stalin? What's your takeaway?
I think it's look, on the one hand, I feel like maybe the aesthetic was a bit intense,
Right.
but I don't entirely disagree with the idea that these people are a threat to democracy, and also look, I can kind of understand it in the context of just getting people hyped for the midterms.
Right.
I think that it actually will. I think that people who are predisposed to will I don't think have you seen a lot of people on the left criticizing it?
Who knows?
I feel like it's red meat, right?
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, by left, you mean just people never Trumpers?
Or just Democrats and stuff.
I see these Democrats on Twitter, the girl, someone from Jersey, that lady from Jersey. You know what I'm talking about? The blonde lady who's Joe from Jersey. These are who the Democratic Party is focused through.
Okay.
It's just weird. These people, these bots, these glorified bots,
Yeah.
who just retweet everything. And go, Trump's going to jail tomorrow.
Right.
Oh my God, I can't believe. Who was that guy I showed you? That Jeff Tisch. That weird
right.
guy. He's this is so fucking unbelievable. I can't believe Trump's going to go to jail. He's stolen every document in the National Archives. He set a child on fire. Unfucking believable. That's how these people speak. That's the problem with Trump. Is that he drove everyone crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that the guys who stormed the Capitol weren't a problem. I think the bigger problem was the guy saying, "Yeah, let them bring guns to the Capitol." But yeah, I don't know what the course of action is. Biden's just sitting there going someone should do something about this. You're the president. Do something.
Right.
Look at this picture.
Did you want to? I just pulled up some of Marjorie Taylor Greene's responses to this.
Sure.
Joe Biden just declared all of us enemies of the state. Fair enough. I guess fair enough. I mean, if she sees herself in that, fair enough.
Look, if you wear a MAGA hat, didn't that kid with Native Americans wear a MAGA hat? The ones the Native Americans attacked or whatever. Remember those kids that wrote?
Oh yeah, there were those kids, and then it was kind of shown that the Native American guy was kind of being a douchebag. But
take it back.
no, but he was But I was gonna say what I was gonna say was he was kind of inserting himself in their little circle and being a little
he was
a little aggressive.
Yeah,
I still think those kids were shitty, probably. But
look, that kid. Look, I mean those kids were just. He had a bad face. His face it was just like a face of a kid who was just a wisecracker, a wiseacre. I mean, it's like
he had a real Dennis the Menace face.
he had a real my parents got divorced and you're my stepdad kind of face. Like, what are you gonna do about it?
Right.
And like, this is not Radio Flyer where something was done. Call me the king. So what's MGT saying about this? What's MTG? MTG. You promised me Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I'm sorry. I just read you one.
What she said? Oh, right. They called us
She said Biden must be impeached.
Oh.
In capital letters.
Biden must be impeached.
Look, I don't think you can. Like the aesthetic was a little dark. I don't think you can impeach him for that alone.
I don't think you can impeach someone for making a. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it also just seems to have no point. I mean, there's a point, but like, what's the course of? I guess the point is vote Democrat. It doesn't seem like a out of the box thinking though. It seems like you're presenting an existential threat, and your answer is just vote again.
Right.
Make sure you vote.
Make sure.
We're the Democrats. We didn't do it. I mean, make sure you don't vote for MAGA Republicans. It's not all the Republicans. I mean, there's this judge who I met. I met this judge who caught me pissing in my yard, or whatever, and he doesn't like Trump. So not all Republicans. What's this one?
They chose this imagery. It's unreal. Joe Biden is Hitler. Nazi Joe has to go. Nazi Joe. I don't know if Nazi Joe.
Who is that?
I don't know if hashtag Nazi Joe is getting any traction. That was Marjorie Taylor Greene, too.
Oh, okay.
We should try to get Kump
What
Joe.
does Jeff Tisch say?
Jeff Tisch?
Yeah.
How do you spell this dumb name?
Tisch, I think. I'm not even sure who this guy. I mean, I see these people on my timeline. Is that him? No. I don't know. I don't have my phone on me. Look up Joe from Jersey. I don't know if it's her name. It's just like these people. I mean, or Ken Clip. I mean, Ken Clipperstein doesn't really do that, does he?
You're having me pull up the most.
I don't. That's not him. That's not her. It's some woman.
Why are you having me Google Joe from Jersey?
I wanted to find like these people who tweet Democrat stuff all the time to see if they liked it. Who's that woman from the New York Times? Who everyone seems to dislike?
Louise Mensch.
Maybe.
Is she from the New York Times?
What?
What?
I don't know. I mean,
oh wait, no, she's from the UK.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway, look, I think that we should try to get the Kump Joe hashtag going.
Kump Joe?
Kump Joe. Like Nazi Joe.
Oh, because she's saying Nazi Joe. Yeah, he stole our thing. our thing where we mumble a lot. And we I mumble a lot. What would you, if you were the president, what would your move be here?
I think my move would be, okay, I was actually thinking of this earlier. This is what he should have done. I mentioned how Melania would have a good aesthetic for this.
Melania Trump.
Yeah.
The betrothed of the MAGA wife.
First Lady of Washington, D.C., Melania Trump.
The first MAGA.
I think a very attainable thing that he could do is like maybe, give the same speech, do your thing, but instead of bringing Jill Biden, pay Melania Trump like a fair amount of money to just appear with you at the speech. To just basically to just sub in for Jill Biden.
All right. So how much would it cost to get Melania Trump, the still current wife of former President Donald Trump, to show up at your speech?
And $1 million.
You think she would do it for $1 million? And then, I know Trump's word it's wildly reported. It's all over the place. But he's still worth like hundreds of millions, right? Or billions even. I mean, he claimed at one point to be worth $13 billion. And I think some people have said, after all said and done, he's only worth $1 billion or $2 billion, or maybe but he's still got money. Or he still spends money, right? He still lives in these gold. She's his wife. Why would she do it for $1 million?
Maybe it's like $1 million plus. Look, you give her what you need to give her to get it done. But I don't think she's gonna
$100 million.
You think $100 million?
I think that could probably get her. and a pardon.
Look, maybe you try to, negotiate that because that's a lot. But I don't, and stress that it's like...
Honestly, it's not. I mean, that seems like a bargain.
And also stress that, like, look, this is like a 3-minute appearance at most.
What's she doing during the speech?
No, nothing. She does exactly what Jill Biden did.
She doesn't have like one of those cool chains on her neck. She doing a goth thing.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I think she'd be more...
What if Melania was dressed like Trinity from The Matrix? All leather, sunglasses. What if Joe Biden and Melania Trump came out on that stage, both dressed in leather, right? In leather bondage gear.
Right.
This is why I couldn't think of why I was talking about bondage clips, but now it makes sense because they should have been wearing they should have been dressed like the Matrix, right? And he should have and Biden should have had guns on him, like Keanu Reeves, right? And he should have came out and and just started taking guns out of his trench coat, putting them on the podium, like handgun, grenade, other handgun, machine gun, Uzi, right? It was like that scene where he's going through a metal detector, and then he goes, "I got MAGA problems. Welcome to the Matrix. We got to stop the MAGAs." I mean, I'm making the point that no matter how cool, quote unquote, he made it, he still would have sounded like that.
Right.
But it still would have offset if he spent a minute literally just piling guns onto a podium and then said, "The MAGAs are here, the problems are here, the corn pop." It would have this guy's a maniac. What's he up to?
Right.
Oh my God! Wow! Off the charts. Don't mess with Joe Biden. Mm-hmm. I don't know how it helps him.
Yeah.
But it would be something.
It would have looked stronger for sure.
Yeah. What if he came out and said, "Listen to me, we're human batteries living in the MAGA. The MAGAs they're using us as batteries. The MAGAs are computers. we were actually living in the year 2077." All right, I don't know. Someone scorched the earth, and Melania's just sitting there with her sunglasses, doing poses. What if he started firing a gun into the air?
That would be great too.
Right. I mean, why am I not working for Joe Biden? If you're gonna steal from me, at least let me have me there so I can make it work.
For sure.
This speech is a disaster because he didn't shoot a gun single time.
Also, I think another thing Joe Biden should do is, it would involve some deception.
Sure.
But he should introduce a plausible person to the world as Q, and say that Q is
Richard Simmons
is working in his administration.
The famous Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
He hasn't been around for a while. People think he's dead or whatever. He's QAnon.
Yeah.
Remember sweating oldies? I sweat to the oldies. And this man, he lost a lot of weight with deal meal. This is Richard Simmons, the QAnon. And he said, "Hello! Hello!" And they start dancing to Louie, Louie. Ah, Louie. Do.
And then you give him something nothing fancy.
Right.
You're not going to make him Secretary of State or anything, but you give him something
make him the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying we have Q and we're going to give him a job?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. The whole Richard Simmons thing kind of stepped on that. I'm sorry.
But I think it being Richard Simmons works.
It would help. It would help. I mean, it'll help the medicine go down.
Yeah.
So your idea is to basically play to do 4D chess on Trump, who plays 4D chess himself.
Yeah.
Very famously.
8D chess.
This is 8D chess, where we go, this guy's Q, and now we got him. He works for us now. Q is a great man. Honestly, you just stepped onto something amazing. That would be probably, that's the kind of thing you see in a movie, where after in a trilogy, right?
Right.
Like in The Matrix, right? Even though it was dumb, in the third Matrix movie, when it was Agent Smith is all over the place, and the computer is not. Neo's blind, and so what do? They make a deal, and the people can go in and out of the Matrix. It's actually really bad. It's a bad movie, but it's still it's something,
right?
And that's the point. It was an ending. And that's what we need, not an ending of America, so basically, you fake it. You go, this is Q, and it's like just some slob. It's just some fucking guy with a mustache eating a hoagie.
Yeah, no, I don't think Richard Simmons is a bad pick for this role.
No, it's good. Yeah. No, but I want to focus. I mean, this is actually a really good idea. This is not just a fun romp. This is actually this could because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if people believe it. It's so crazy. I mean, you couldn't disprove it, right?
No, because
you could,
because the thing itself isn't. There's no evidence. Like
there might be in computers. We don't really know.
Contradicted.
There might be in computers. I don't know.
I mean, assuming Q is real.
Well, there's someone doing it. I mean,
that's true. Whether
or not that person's like reading classified files or just eating a bunch of ramen and playing fucking Half-Life on Steam or what people play on PC computers. What's a big computer game? Minecraft. He plays Minecraft. And he's ramen noodles and makes up whatever.
So how hard could it be to find that guy?
The real guy?
Yeah.
I mean, pretty hard. I mean, they know who he is, I think.
Oh.
He's that guy who's like running for Congress in Texas or something. There's a documentary on HBO where they're like Ron something.
Oh.
It's a weird guy. They're pretty certain who he is. These people are all like very avant-garde people. We'll just say that. And no, but that'd be an amazing move because then someone would have to be like, well, actually, I'm Q, and then like it was that would start a civil war.
Right.
And then it would be the battles of the Qs, and then the guy who played Q on Star Trek: Next Generation would come out and be like, well, I'm Q. And then
we'd have a little.
And I'd come out and shoot myself. Oh, what happened? A man shot him. A man wearing a Batman, a large man wearing a Batman shirt, just shot himself on the stage. I don't know. Was this part of the evening's program? We're gonna cut away. He's not dead yet. Someone kill him, please. Interesting. It's I mean, is this? Are we gonna look back at this speech and say, "Oh, that's when Sleepy Joe woke up"?
Look, I would love to look back at his presidency and be like, "Oh, he actually was worth something."
Sure. Hey, look, there's a MAGA thing. There's a MAGA thing, and we got it's MAGA. We can't let MAGA be MAGA. There's nothing to look back on. I mean, what would we have done after this that we'd look back on this fondly?
That's fair. Yeah. I feel like I cast my ballot for Joe Biden very transactionally.
Sure.
let's just not have Donald Trump be president anymore.
No, and that's a fair enough thing. That's valid.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna cry if I don't get a Big Daddy president moment out of him.
No, yeah. It's just like it's a big move. It's a mission accomplished move.
Right.
It's like mission accomplished if he was saying like this is the start of the war.
Right.
And like what war?
When actually it was kind of at its tail end.
They should have been.
It's a reverse mission accomplished.
They should have just called them YOLOs. They should have just actually made up a fake thing. Just to kind of take the power away from MAGAs. You know what's a real problem? These Doctor Who Republicans. They make MAGAs look like total morons. Pieces of shit.
You're right. No, that would be a good strategy too, is just get up there and start attacking Mitt Romney really hard.
This Mormon scumbag. Some people hate Trump, but I don't. Because he's not Mitt Romney. That's the only man I hate. Right. I hate one man. I hate one man and 7 wives. Well, he's not polygamous, is he?
No, I think that's well, I don't want to say that it's in the past because I think some Mormons still do it.
Right, like Bill Paxton in that Big Love show.
Right.
Anyway. Thanks so much for tuning in. Check out our Patreon if you like. If you like this show, we got a Patreon. The link's in the description. You get an extra episode every week for $5 a month. That's fun. Mm-hmm. Like and subscribe to the podcast if you could. That helps stop the MAGAs or help the MAGAs. Who knows?
Whatever you want to have happen to the MAGAs, this is going to help.
Just everything. You get everything you want. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great week.